Can you feel the desperation creeping into South Beach? While other Eastern Conference contenders are making aggressive moves to improve their rosters, the Miami Heat are sitting on their hands like they've already won the championship. But what if I told you there's a blockbuster trade hiding in plain sight that could save their entire season? And nobody's talking about it. The Heat's offseason has been painfully boring. Outside of drafting Kaspar's Jakutionis at pick 20, Pat Riley's front office has been quieter than a library during finals week. For a franchise built on bold moves and championship swagger, this level of inactivity feels completely foreign. But sometimes the best opportunities come disguised as afterthoughts, and Jonathan Kuminga might just be the diamond in the rough that transforms Miami from playoff hopeful to legitimate contender. The frustrating reality of Miami's stagnant summer. Let's be brutally honest about where the Heat stand right now. They've got a solid foundation with Bam Adebayo anchoring the defense, Tyler Herro providing offensive firepower, and Eric Spoelstra's championship culture keeping everything together. But solid isn't enough in today's NBA, especially when teams like Boston, New York, and Philadelphia are loading up for war. The Heat's core is aging, their championship window is narrowing, and they're desperately lacking the kind of dynamic two-way player who can elevate them from good to great. They need someone young enough to grow with their timeline, but talented enough to make an immediate impact. Someone like Jonathan Kuminga. At 22 years old, Kuminga represents everything Miami craves but has been unable to find. He's got elite athleticism, defensive versatility, and the kind of raw scoring ability that could flourish under Spoelstra's development system. More importantly, he's available. Trapped in a Golden State rotation that doesn't value his potential over veteran production. Kuminga's Golden State prison here is what's absolutely mind-blowing about Jonathan Kuminga's situation. He's averaging 15.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.2 assists on 45.4% shooting. Yet Steve Kerr treats him like a luxury they can't afford. Kuminga has already dropped 20-plus points in 44 different games, showcasing the kind of explosive scoring ability that championship teams desperately need. But the Warriors are stuck in championship or bust mode, prioritizing proven veterans over developmental projects. With Jimmy Butler now in the mix alongside Curry, Green, and other established players, Kuminga's path to meaningful minutes has essentially vanished. Kerr has openly admitted that rotation decisions are purely about production, not potential, a philosophy that's suffocating one of the league's most promising young talents. This creates an unprecedented opportunity for Miami. They're getting a player with legitimate all-star upside who's entering his prime but hasn't reached his ceiling. Kuminga's combination of athleticism, defensive versatility, and offensive creativity makes him the perfect fit for Miami's aggressive, culture-driven approach to player development. The trade that makes too much sense of a proposed deal is elegantly simple. Miami sends Jaime Jaquez Jr., Duncan Robinson via sign trade, and a 2031 first-round pick to Golden State for Jonathan Kuminga. On the surface, it might seem like the Heat are overpaying for an unproven commodity. In reality, it's organizational genius disguised as calculated risk-taking. Jaquez Jr. has been a solid contributor, but he's ultimately a replaceable piece within Miami's system. His hustle and versatility are admirable, but he lacks the star potential that separates good teams from championship contenders. Duncan Robinson brings exactly what Golden State needs: proven three-point shooting and playoff experience that complements their veteran-heavy approach. The 2031 first-round pick represents future value, without handicapping Miami's immediate championship aspirations. It's distant enough not to matter for their current core, but valuable enough to entice Golden State's front office. This is the kind of strategic thinking that separates championship organizations from pretenders. Why Miami is the perfect landing spot. The Heat's interest in Kuminga transcends statistical production. This is about cultural fit and unleashing untapped potential. Miami's development system has consistently transformed raw talent into championship contributors, and Kuminga represents their biggest potential success story. His physical tools are undeniable: explosive first step, defensive versatility across multiple positions, and the kind of competitive fire that Miami prizes above all else. At 22, he's entering his prime with significant room for improvement, particularly in three-point shooting and defensive awareness. Spoelstra's motion-heavy offense would give Kuminga the freedom to showcase his creativity, while his switching defense would unlock elite two-way potential. Most importantly, Miami's culture rewards improvement and hustle, qualities that Kuminga possesses in abundance but can't fully display in Golden State's restrictive system. The financial aspect works perfectly too. As a restricted free agent earning $10.2 million in 2025, Miami gets a full season to evaluate fit before making a long-term commitment. If he flourishes, they can match any offer. If not, they maintain flexibility for other opportunities. Golden State's strategic masterstroke from the Warriors' perspective. This trade addresses multiple pressing needs while maintaining their championship timeline. Duncan Robinson's shooting ability, 43.7% from the field, 11.0 points per game, provides exactly the floor spacing their offense requires during playoff basketball. Jaquez Jr. brings a kind of versatility and basketball IQ that championship teams value. His 8.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists on 46.1% shooting represent steady production without requiring significant touches. He's the perfect role player for a team built around superstars. The 2031 first-round pick gives Golden State future flexibility while they're operating in luxury tax territory. They can use it in future trades, draft talent when their current core ages, or simply add to their asset collection. For a team prioritizing immediate results, having cost-controlled future assets becomes increasingly valuable. Most importantly, this trade allows the Warriors to maximize their championship window while Curry remains elite. They're trading potential for immediate production, betting that their veteran core can deliver another title before Father Time catches up. The championship blueprint unveiled Imagine Miami's potential starting lineup with Kuminga, Herro, Kuminga, remaining veterans, and Adebayo. The versatility alone would create matchup nightmares for opponents. Kuminga's ability to guard multiple positions while providing offensive creativity makes Miami infinitely more dangerous. His development trajectory suggests significant improvement ahead. Players typically make their biggest leaps between ages 22 to 25, placing Kuminga in the perfect window for breakthrough performance. Miami's coaching staff has the expertise to accelerate that development while maximizing his immediate impact. The psychological aspect cannot be ignored either. Moving from a reduced role to featured player status could unleash Kuminga's confidence and competitive fire. Miami's environment rewards improvement and accountability, exactly what young players need to reach their potential. The urgency factor time is working against Miami. Their current core is aging, championship windows close faster than expected, and Eastern Conference competition continues intensifying. Standing still means falling behind, and the Heat cannot afford another quiet offseason. Kuminga solves multiple problems simultaneously: youth to balance veteran leadership, athleticism to enhance defensive versatility, and upside that could sustain championship contention for years. Most importantly, he's available now when Miami needs him most. Other teams will inevitably recognize Kuminga's availability and value as the season progresses. Miami's advantage lies in their culture, development system, and willingness to bet on talent over production. This trade could define their next championship pursuit. The Pat Riley legacy move. Pat Riley built his reputation on identifying undervalued talent and creating championship opportunities where others see risk. This trade represents everything Miami stands for: aggressive pursuit of improvement, cultural fit over pure talent, and long-term thinking disguised as short-term moves. The question isn't whether Kuminga can succeed in Miami. It's whether Miami can afford not to try. Their championship window demands immediate action, and Kuminga represents the perfect combination of present value and future potential. As the offseason progresses and other teams make aggressive moves, Miami risks being left behind. This trade could be the difference between another disappointing playoff exit and a legitimate championship run. The Heat have always thrived on proving doubters wrong and finding diamonds in the rough. Jonathan Kuminga could be their next great discovery, but only if they have the courage to pull the trigger on a deal that looks too good to be true. What do you think? Is this the move that transforms Miami from playoff hopeful to legitimate contender? Or are they giving up too much for potential overproduction? Drop your thoughts in the comments and smash that like button if you think Pat Riley needs to make this trade happen before someone else beats him to the punch.